My name is Kumbale, and I live at Bakote, and I'm 28 years old. And the type of business that I'm interested in is in the processing of aloe vera plants to produce health and beauty solutions. I graduated from the University of the Gambia with a bachelor's in computer science, and I recently graduated from the University of Warwick studying international technology management, doing my master's in international technology management. So basically I'm in the area of IT. I don't think studying IT limits you from being an entrepreneur. I think it rather pushes you to be an entrepreneur, because it sort of gives you the ability to be able to identify problems in your community or in your society and see how best to solve that. I mean, because you do the same thing in your work, finding a problem and trying to fix it. So you just replicate the same thing in real life. I'm actually working full-time and pursuing an entrepreneurship route. So you are able to do both, I believe. I don't think you getting to a certain stage in your education should sort of be a reason why you should not venture into or become an entrepreneur. So currently I intend to do both once this business takes off, because I like my job, I like the industry I'm in, but I also feel that this is something I'm passionate about, and I can use my knowledge and my skills in my career field to sort of fulfill my desire in becoming an entrepreneur. So I don't think it stops you really, it just allows you to do both equally. Whilst I was doing my master's, it was focused on the Gambia. The area was focused on the Gambia. And the more I did my research, the more I realized that there's so much potential that the Gambia has, but we are not seeing it or we are not utilizing it, one of the two. So I really had the desire, even from then, like once I finished my master's, I realized even though I'll still be pursuing my career in IT, I still have I've seen that there's something missing in the society. Like for example, the aloe vera. Almost every household in Gambia has it. Sometimes we say you have to put it in your house to ward off witches, or so they say. But there's so much medicinal value in aloe vera. Like the Egyptians, they called aloe vera the plant of immortality, because they know how beneficial it is. If 6,000 years ago they could call it the plant of immortality, now with all the technology that we have, all the knowledge that we have, we can harness that immortality into something usable, especially in the Gambia, where medical bills are high. You know, not everybody can really go to the hospital, and alternative treatments are not really assessed well. Like you can go to the market and buy some herbs, but you don't really know what herbs you're buying or if it's even meant to cure what you think it should. So if somebody can't go to the hospital because they don't have the money and then they go for an alternative treatment, then they at least need to be assured that, okay, enough time and knowledge has been invested in making sure that what I'm drinking, the herbs I'm drinking or whatever I'm drinking, whatever plant I'm taking in is actually beneficial for me. So I guess that's the motivation behind it. Aloe vera is not the only plant that has medicinal or nutritional value, but I feel it's something that is easily accessible here in the Gambia, one, and something that every household has in the Gambia. And also the fact that from the aloe vera plant you can solve issues like it sort of helps regulate your blood sugar level, blood pressure, it's able to regulate. Even it has benefits that go all the way to sort of coating your stomach lining, like for example those with ulcer and stuff like that. So it has, and also it's soothing. Like if you've ever had a burn on your skin and you put aloe vera on it, like it's calming basically, and it soothes the skin and so on. So there are so many benefits that you can harness from aloe vera, but I feel we've not been really tapping into that area a lot. I think the most prominent thing that I've learned really is being able to get your idea across within a short amount of time. It was really, like, sometimes I tend to talk a lot or maybe repeat myself or drag on, but here the challenge is being able to communicate effectively all the information you want the next person to have, and something you know that once you tell them, they'll grab it and you'll get their attention. Like we've seen during the pitching activities that we've had, like how you're able to capture the attention of the audience once you start talking and you sort of loop them into your conversation. So I think that's been the most valuable thing that I've learned, is being able to summarize the important aspects of either your business or your idea and putting it across to somebody else. And it's also helped me sort of zone down what I really want to do, because it was just an idea and it was all over the place before the training. But the training activity actually helped me sort of, bring it into perspective, into what's practical and what's not. Right now, like I mentioned, there's health and there's the beauty as well. So for resources and to also make sure that I'm doing it effectively, you have to start from somewhere. So the somewhere that I've decided to start in is with the area of beauty. So right now what I'm doing is making local soap, natural soap, but having aloe vera as the base. For example, having a shea aloe soap. So the base is aloe vera, but mixed with shea butter. We all know how we infuse shea butter into everything we do here in the Gambia. So we already know the benefits of that. Adding aloe vera onto that makes it extraordinary. So for the few people I've been able to give out the soap to sample, they've really given me back good feedback. So for right now, I'm starting off with the beauty aspect, and hopefully as I increase my knowledge and as I inquire from other people and work with other departments, health and other foundations, to sort of do more research and development into aloe vera. Right now it's mainly on the beauty part for the beginning. Most of, if not even all, would go into replenishing the stock. So all this while I've only been testing out mixtures and seeing what works, but getting some of the ingredients, or some of the ingredients are not available here. Some you'd have to get them sourced out, so it's quite expensive, and getting the molds and things like that. So most of that money will go into stock, and then of course publicizing it in a way, but most of it will go into stock, especially for items that I can't find here, because most things I wasn't able to experiment with or play around with and test, because the items are not available in the Gambia and it's quite expensive bringing it in. So yeah, the funds that I've been able to acquire through this training to sort of help me get things started and move towards the direction that I actually want to go to. I believe in the fact that you need to start small and something that you can control. Like I said, for me, I have a full-time job, and this is something that I want to do because I'm passionate about it. So this amount of money allows you to start with something controllable, because you invest all that money into something new or a new idea, and then it doesn't work out, so you've lost all that amount basically. So I think most times people get discouraged because they feel like they need a large sum of money to get stuff started. But again, I don't want to discredit those that actually say, okay, I need 100,000, because they do need it for a valid reason. But if you are not able to get that large sum of money and you're able to get some part of it, then you should sort of be able to restructure your plan to fit that 10,000, at least to get it going. What you can do is make sure that the 10,000 that you invest in it actually yields profit, and you can use that sort of replicate it until you get the amount that you want. But if you can't get the 100,000 and you get the 10,000, you need to work with that 10,000 to make the 100,000. One would be, don't let anything stop you. Like you mentioned before, my career is IT and I'm doing this, like what's the correlation? There's none. But the fact is I'm able to use one to build the other. So they should not allow anything to sort of distract them. What I believe is, if you're not passionate about something, you will never pursue it. If you don't pursue it, then you did not want it in the first place. So don't be distracted. People will always say no to you, or your idea may be rejected. Some might say, I don't like it. But if you believe in the idea and you've done sufficient research on it, then nothing should stop you. Even finances should not stop you from moving. Like I didn't have 10,000 yesterday. Today I do have it. So you have to start with something. But if I did not have the plan initially, if I didn't have the idea initially, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to present that idea and then subsequently get the funding that I need. So start with something. Like the samples that I did was like, I think 12 soap or so, but it's something I was able to do to just test it out. From that, I'm able to present an evidence that I want to do this. So if you're passionate about it, pursue it. Do sufficient research, because you don't want to get into a field that will not is not manageable or not profitable if it's a business, or not sustainable and so on. So you need to consider all these factors as well.